Hey guys, what is happening, and welcome to a brand new Modern Warfare Remastered video. And yeah, as you can see, I've got some gameplay in the background here, but the video is going to be mainly to talk about the game as a whole. I've wrapped up a couple of days gameplay on here now, so I'm really feeling like it's about time I put out a video. I think it's saying really what I think about the game, and just some positives and negatives. Mostly positives I will add to start with, because I don't want this to be a negative video at all. But yeah, I'm just going to sort of go over the game and let you know sort of my thoughts. It's been a bit of a while since I've got a video out. I've been a little bit busy. We are moving this week, and it's just been a little bit stressful. Just a lot of stuff to do, and I've been managing to get some time to play, but not time to get videos done. And also my internet is really poor where I'm living at the moment, so it's going to be upgraded to where I move, so that will be really nice. But anyway, on to the video. I'm going to start off with the positives because there are so many of them. First things first, I just absolutely love the game as a whole. I love the simplicity of the game, and the way they've made it has just made it so nice. It's just nice, easy gaming again. Probably one of the first person shooter games I've played in a long time where I feel I can just pick up the pad, pick up where I left off, and just jump into a game. You know what's going to happen, not to the extent where it's so repetitive. But the fact that if you know what you're getting from the game, you're getting good fun, nice and easy. You know the guns, and you can sort of work out the game. You haven't got any crazy kill streaks, you just got your standard kill streaks, which is really nice, really refreshing, just to get that simplicity of the game in. So I've got a lot of my friends that used to play with me when they were back on sort of Xbox 360, and I was playing to start with then, who I'm playing with again now, which is awesome. Because it just shows how good the game is, that it's getting people back in that just weren't interested in Call of Duty after the last ones that have come out. But yeah, the second thing I'll add is, although they've kept the game really simple, they've also added one game mode which has just made it so much better for me. And you can see I'm playing it in the background, it's Kill Confirmed. Such a rewarding game mode for people who play the game objective. I've done really well. I've got myself into the top 1,000, I think, for Kill Confirmed in the world now, which is really cool. But it's also picked up my sort of appetite for just using regular guns. You can see I'm using the P90 here. Really like using it as well, but didn't use it as much in the normal game. But Kill Confirmed is brilliant. I love running and gunning, attacking teams, and because I'm getting them, because I'm getting them tags, I'm getting them extra points. So I'm getting rewarded for playing the game. So even if my team doesn't win, I'm still getting rewarded for playing well and playing objective, which is really cool. So yeah, Kill Confirmed is an awesome game mode. A couple of little bits on here in this game that I've really sort of picked up on, and I just like certain few bits that I've wrote down here. Calling cards and the emblems. Really nice little touch, because it does reward you again for getting them certain achievements done in the game, and it shows other people, which is quite cool. But yeah, there's so many to unlock as well, which is really cool. And obviously you've got your emblems on there as well, and also the camos. I'm glad that they didn't just stick with the originals, although it was quite cool the way they had it on the first one. It's nice and simple. They've also added a few more so that it doesn't keep it doesn't keep the game too static. You can keep trying to upgrade your gun. Obviously once you get to gold you've got that, but it's cool that they haven't made it so that you have to go through the challenges again, because I just find that a bit minor. I mean, once you've got 150 headshots with the M40 in your first prestige, you don't have to keep doing it over and over again. I think it's an enough achievement the first time, especially when you're using a gun like the P90 or M4 or something like that. But yeah, prestige tokens, awesome idea. The fact that they've made 10 more prestiges as well is brilliant. Just things that you just think, yep, that's right. You didn't have to think about it, you just made that idea, and that really works. Like, you don't have to think, it's just a good idea. So I think that's a really good thing. The prestige tokens just help in hand, especially guns. I've unlocked the P90 and the Barrett on my first two prestiges, just because I don't want to have to wait to use them guns, and I'm enjoying using them guns already. So yeah, props to the guys for doing that. And yeah, I'll just say the only thing else that I would say is, like I said before, using different guns really. I just haven't used guns like the P90 before in this sort of way. Haven't really played the game as much like this, just really on the attack and on the front foot, and I find it so much more enjoyable. Although I love sniping and have done, there's certain reasons why I don't snipe as much on this game, which I'll go to in a minute. But yeah, it's cool to be able to use different guns and enjoy the game a bit more for the whole of it, rather than just using one certain aspect of the game. Right, now going on to the things I dislike about the game, and there are a few. Some of them are more annoying than others, but I'm sure, and it seems like I think it's Ravensoft or something, the production team, they seem to be quite into interacting with the community, which is something that's pushed on a lot from when previous games were made, especially when Call of Duty 4 was first made. People didn't really have a say. Social media wasn't as strong. You just got on, you played the game. If there was stuff in it, they'd fix the main bugs, but wouldn't really ask you for your advice on it. So I've been seeing a lot of people putting stuff on Reddit and people replying to it as well from the manufacturer. But anyway, first things first, and this is something that I know is going to be resolved very soon, is the amount of maps. Like I say, I'm playing Kill Confirmed here, but when you're in Ground War, you are hitting the same maps very, very frequently, and I think some of the maps are becoming a little bit boring now. I want to see Countdown, I want to see Block, I want to see Strike and Showdown, all them sort of maps, and I'd love to see sort of Chinatown and Broadcast and stuff come back in as well. But that is just a thing at the moment that I'm just finding. I'm getting to the point where I'm about worn out most of the maps on here now. Still enjoy the maps, still love the maps because I've played them for years and years, but would like their maps soon. Not sure exactly when they're coming out. They said December sometime. If anyone knows anything more, that would be really handy if you could shout that out for us. Second thing, and I've done a video on this gun already, M16 Red Dot. It was strong on Call of Duty 4, the original, but boy does it feel even worse on this game. Doesn't take a lot of skill to use the gun, but just M16 just kills me, honestly. Like when I'm playing it, even when I'm red gunning, I just find it so frustrating. But there's always going to be things that annoy you about a game, but M16 just seems to be more overpowered. I don't know if anyone else has noticed it, but especially with Red Dot, people use it in search, they use it in any game mode, and they just always seem to just sit there in a corner, and they've got an easy way out of playing the game, and it does stop people, especially in this type of game. People sit with an M16, keep killing you, but they never pick up the tags, and it just gets so frustrating. But that's more a personal thing, but I know a lot of my friends do complain about the M16 as well. But that's one of them things. Hopefully they just numb it down a tiny bit. It wouldn't bother me, but just a tiny bit would be nice. But there you go, you have to have something that's a bit more overpowered than the rest, I guess. So yeah, next thing we're going on to is people not playing objective. Already hit on it in this one, but I've noticed it more than ever on this game. Especially playing these sort of modes where you're playing kill confirmed, but also when you're playing search and stuff, and getting people that are playing out for kills in search rather than playing objective. They would rather not die, go and get a couple of kills and not even try and defuse the bomb, than play the actual objective properly, which is just crazy really, because it shouldn't be like that. It's just a little bit silly, to be honest. I do notice it a lot because I usually get sort of 20 to 30 confirms in a normal kill confirm game, which is pretty much half of the confirms that you need to win the game. And you'll have people with going 18 to 4 and they've got 2 confirms. And although I think, well, I'm benefiting more, I just can't see why people would pick a game mode like kill confirmed, go into it, and not go and confirm any kills. They might as well just go and play team deathmatch. But that's besides the point anyway. Like I said, these negative things are very, very picky from me. Just things that I've found along the way that are starting to annoy me. But then again, each their own. But like I said, if you're going to play an objective game, play one that's just for kills if that's all you're after in the game. But that is just one of the things that's off my chest now. Last but not least, has to be about the collateral damage issue. There's been a lot of talk about this, and there's been a lot of talk over Reddit, YouTube videos, all that sort of stuff. It's not the same. The damage on the M40 is not the same. But not only is the damage not the same, it's the collateral damage. I don't mind the fact that it's not as overpowered in terms of you one-shot kill every single time with the ACOG on the foot. That doesn't bother me. But it's the fact of I have only got about 2 or 3 collaterals on this game now, and I used to get them sort of one every 3 or 4 games when I was using the M40, but I'm sponging absolutely everything. I know people are looking into this from the manufacturer, but something has to be done about it because I'm not enjoying sniping as much because of it. Just because I feel like there's always going to be times, especially with people using Juggernaut as well, and I haven't put Juggernaut as dislike because it's exactly the same as it was in the last game. Yes, it annoyed me, but aim high, aim for the head, makes it a bit more of a challenge for people. So Yeah, hopefully they sort out their collateral damage, because even with a Barrett it seems to be that it's struggling. I've seen a couple of crazy videos of shots, but it's very rare. I would just like to be able to play that a bit more freely with a sniper. At the end of the day, if you go to two people, a shot through the chest, it would just go straight through and kill both. So just one of them things. But anyway, that has been my sort of review up of Modern Warfare Remastered so far. Let me know any other things you found out, or any sort of other things that you feel about the game. But apart from that, like I said, brilliant game. A lot more to come from me in terms of videos. It's just getting myself organised and sorted. But yeah, there will be stuff to come. So thank you very much for watching this video, and peace.